Hey guys, okay, take two. I am at work, as you can see. It's the office, and I'm trying to find a place that's got like really good light and where you can hear me properly. Basically today I want to chat to you about something that's really close to my heart, and it's more about our past. You know, where we've been, where we've come from, why we're on this journey to start off with, and not necessarily our struggles. I don't want this to be a "oh woe is Kim" session, you know. It's more to uplift those who feel like they're on their own. You're not on your own. There are so many women and men out there that are going through these struggles, and you know, let me start from the beginning so you can understand where I'm coming from. Gideon and I got married almost 4 years ago. We got married on the 25th of June, and it's the 4th today, so in 21 days we would be married for 4 years. And we had big plans to have a big family. We decided that we wanted 4 kids and that we wanted to adopt at least one. So you get married, you want to have kids, and we worked out that falling pregnant wasn't as simple as what everyone made it out to be. And we were given so much advice: take it easy, don't think about it, don't stress about it, just relax, just have fun. So you take all this advice and still nothing happens, and you think, what's wrong with me? And it begins to get you down. Like, we eventually did fall pregnant, and we lost the baby at around 4 weeks, and then the second one at around 6 weeks, and the third one around 6 weeks, and so on and so on and so on. We've lost around 9 babies, and all roughly around the 6-week mark. So it's not the falling pregnant part that's the problem, it's the keeping the babies that's the problem. So in case you want to know what we're talking about today, it's why we're adopting and why we don't have our own kids. I have no issue with adoption. In fact, it's something that's been close to my heart for many years. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to adopt a baby. Sounds funny, but I always used to say to my mom, can't we go and get a baby? It'll be mine, but you can look after it. And so when I married Gideon, I asked him, would you have an issue with this? And it wasn't really an issue. It just wasn't something that he was considering, because in his mind he wanted to have his own kids. So we've been through all the stages. We've been to doctors and we've asked, why is this happening? We've been to fertility clinics and we've asked, why is this happening? And we've been to surrogacy clinics and we've asked, what are the options? And basically, the doctors don't really know why we keep miscarrying. They suspect it could be autoimmune infertility, where your body sees the growing embryo and the growing fetus as a disease or an illness, so it attacks it, and then you miscarry. So it attacks like the blood vessels around the embryo that's growing, and then you miscarry, and then it's like having a really heavy period. Surrogacies, we're not allowed to surrogate because I can fall pregnant and you need to be able not be able to fall pregnant, and so it just goes on. So we decided that we were going to go on this journey of adoption, and that is where we are today. And it's exciting. I'm excited. I so badly want to be a mum. I have worked with kids all my life. My jobs have revolved around children and youth, and I can't wait to hold this little thing and to be able to say this is my son or my daughter, regardless of the skin color. And that's another thing, in our country, adopting a white baby is almost next to nothing. It's not even a possibility. There is such a long waiting list before you'll even get matched to a family, and then you got to consider the 200,000 plus people before you. So we have decided that we're going to adopt a baby of color. And I know that there are people out there that are going to say, oh, but why? There are racial problems and cultural problems and so on and so on and so on. Whoopsie. My camera's falling. But it's more than that. It's more than cultural issues. It's more than the color of the skin. It's a baby, a human being that needs a home. Sorry, I'm going to try and fix this quickly if you guys can just give me a second. So it's about this baby that needs a home, and we have the home and we have the love to give, so why not? And as far as I'm concerned, you can teach them about where they came from. And with South Africa being such a vast, diverse group of cultures and people being intermarried and interdating and interracial, you know, like there's lots of black white couples, black colored couples, white colored couples. So what's the difference? I don't see the issue with it, but that's why we've gone on this journey of adoption. So where we stand today is the agency that we're working with. They have our application form, they have all our data, all our information, all our photos. And I don't know what the process is exactly, but I'm assuming they would have to go through everything and go through our references and figure out whether we are okay for this process. Once that's happened, I don't know why this keeps falling. Once that's happened, I suppose we'll get a phone call and we'll have to be interviewed and the house will have to be checked and a whole bunch of other things. But at the end of the day, I'm hoping that there is a baby or babies out there that will eventually be mine, where I can eventually call them my son or my daughter. And I'm really looking forward to that day. Ultimately, having my own kids would be amazing, and I really hope that one day that'll happen. But it's not something I can guarantee right now. So right now, we're looking at the adoption process. And the reason why I said in the beginning that you're not alone, even though you feel like you are, and it's men and women, a lot of husbands, they struggle with the fact that they can't have their own kids. They feel like they failed at like the one thing that they're supposed to be good at. And it's not about failing. It's just something that happens. And the thing is, I look at it in the way that you have been chosen for an amazing job, is to look after a child that would otherwise not be loved. And even you as women, you've been chosen to look after someone who may not have been born from your womb but was born from your heart, and you have all this love, otherwise you never have got on this journey to start off with. And you can give this child or these children such an amazing home and so much love and so much attention and everything that they ever desired. So you're not alone. There's lots of people out there that are struggling with it. We never would have thought that this would be something that we would struggle with. As a kid, I always thought I'd have lots of kids, that I'd have to figure out when I'm going to stop. Now it's like I don't even know how to start anymore, you know, because nothing's working. So this is for me just to encourage you guys that I understand what you're going through, even if you're going through the adoption process and you've been frustrated, because we, you know, after 4 years of trying to have our own children and like 3 years of trying to submit an application form, we finally got to a point where we've been accepted. So those of you who are struggling and are frustrated and don't know where else to turn, I understand. Gideon understands. You know, if you want to be encouraged or uplifted, then honestly comment below and I'll chat with you. I have no issues about it. I have no issues if you're a guy or a girl. It's the same feelings. We, in a sense, we feel hopeless, we feel silly, we feel like we failed at the one thing that we were good at. And we haven't. You haven't. I haven't. Sorry guys, the battery died. So basically just what I was saying is, if you know someone who's struggling and you know someone who is having a really rough time with this and they think that they are to blame, please share this video with them and encourage them to comment below so that we can uplift and encourage each other. I don't want anyone sitting there thinking that they are to blame because they're going through this really rough struggle in their life. And it really is a struggle for those of us who are going through it. And if you know someone, I encourage you just to come alongside them and to support them and to be there for them. I encourage you to give this video a thumbs up just because you want to support someone who's going through a rough struggle. Comment below and I will respond. Hit the subscribe button and come back for another episode of Pocket Change. Bye.